Your career isn't broken, your heart is. And if you've been feeling this heartbreak for a while, you may also be feeling stuck and not sure what to do to get your mojo back. Guys, I've been there. And I want to talk about the kind of stuckness that doesn't respond to a new resume, a new routine, or a new burst of motivation, and what you can do about it. Hi, I'm Laverne McKinnon, and welcome to the Moonshot Mentor community. I'm a career strategist and a grief coach, and I love to help ambitious professionals grow their careers and navigate the harder parts of the journey, like professional setbacks that don't always get talked about. The work that I do with this community and with my clients weaves together the spiritual, the strategic, and the tactical so you can build a career that's fulfilling and uniquely yours. Now, before I jump in, I just want to ask if you enjoy this video, please do subscribe to my channel for weekly videos covering all kinds of career moves. Okay, let's get to it. So, this stuckness that you're feeling around your career has been described by folks as something like, I'm doing my best, but something feels like the weight of the world is burrowed in the pit of my stomach. Not fun. Here's what it might look like in other ways. You can get things done, but you can't get traction. You keep circling the same decision over and over and over again. You're second guessing yourself more than you used to. And the idea of making a move, any type of move, feels exhausting, even when you know it's a good one. So you're functioning, but something just feels flat. Now, when people describe this, they usually assume it means one of two things: they're a failure or they're lazy. I don't think either of those is the most useful explanation. And honestly, it's often not even accurate. I think a lot of ongoing career stuckness is unresolved career grief. How do I know this? Because I know career grief personally, like the time that I was fired from a company that I worked at for 10 years, or another time the movie that I was producing lost its financing after the actor and writer strikes of 2023. That grief is still honestly really with me. Career grief is what shows up when something you are attached to in your work life ends, changes, or never becomes what you had hoped it would be. So maybe it's a role, maybe a team, a leader, a project, a promotion, a future that you are counting on. Career grief can make you more cautious than you want to be in the way that makes you feel guarded in rooms where you used to feel confident, in the way that makes you wonder if you even have it anymore. Here's the part that most of us miss. Naming that heartbreak, it helps, but it's not the actual work of getting back your mojo. Because when grief doesn't get space, it hardens into this like cement like self protection. And then that shows up as cynicism, silence, risk aversion, burnout, disengagement. It shows up as stuck. This is why I keep returning to one idea. If your career broke your heart, you don't just need a strategy. You need a way to mourn what happened so that you can start moving again. And that's what I'm building inside of the Moonshot Mentor community for paid members. I'm calling it Solid Ground. And it's an ongoing community for navigating career grief with clarity and courage. So it's a monthly practice for people who are tired of white knuckling their way through change. And you're really feeling ready to make space for what was lost without getting completely swallowed or buried by it. Now, the framework that I use is called RISE, RISE, and it helps you name what was lost, make sense of what happened, create a kind of compassionate closure, and take a real next step. So here's what happens each month. You first get a short video from me, and it's going to be under 5 minutes with just one insight from the RISE framework. And then you get a worksheet that's going to help you reflect on that lesson and take one practical step forward. Then on the fourth Thursday of every month, we meet live for coaching. So you can bring your questions, bring the situation that you can't stop replaying and ruminating around, bring the decision you keep postponing. I'm going to coach you in real time. The coaching sessions will be recorded and they're going to be available on replay for paid members. And throughout the year, I'm also going to be bringing in guest speakers to help us go deeper on grief, change, identity, and rebuilding after a setback. So, a few brass tacks because I believe in transparency. Paid membership is $5 for the month or $50 for the year. Paid members also receive weekly moonshot meditation drops on Sunday mornings, plus exclusive journal prompts that accompany the weekly career strategy blogs that I send out. And of course, all of that other good stuff I just shared with you. Now, if cash flow is an issue, DM me on my Substack, Moonshot Mentor. The link is in the show notes. Everyone should have access to the support, and I've got your back. If you've been feeling stuck, I want to leave you with this. Stuckness is not a character flaw, it's information. And it may be telling you that you have unresolved grief from a professional setback or loss. So if your career broke your heart and you're ready for a monthly structure to mourn and move forward, I would love to have you as a paid member. Come join us in solid ground, and you're going to be able to navigate career grief with clarity and courage and get moving again. Hey, before you go, if you're an emerging film producer or filmmaker and are so tired of the lack of access and barriers to entry, check out the Moonshot Lab. It's for anyone who has a completed feature script and is feeling overwhelmed with what's next. How do I get my movie made? How do I raise production funds? How do I get into a festival? How do I attach talent? The lab is about the brass tacks on packaging, decks, financing, distribution. You can learn more by going to my website, lavernemckinnon.com. Before we fully wrap, big thank you to Amanda Kenny for the editing and social media expertise, and to Lauren Deacon, who manages the Moonshot Mentor brand and is an organizational and research genius. And thank you most of all for spending time with me today. Until next week, keep going after your moonshot.